everyone, and thank you for taking a few minutes to join us today. We're going to walk through two business risks that are not going away and they are impacting nearly every organization right now. The first is rising hardware costs, the second is increasing cybersecurity risks. Both of these are happening outside of your control, but how you respond to them is something you can control. Our goal today is to keep it simple: what's happening, what it means for your business, and what you can do next. We'll keep this short and practical so you can walk away with clear steps. On this call today, we have Sarah Goffany, our Sales Engineering Manager, John Harrington, Chief Technology Officer, and Chris Sellers, Chief Information Security Officer. Sarah, let's start with what's going on in the hardware market. What should clients understand right now?
Hi, Katie. Thanks for putting this together. We just want to talk a little bit about the increased prices. So, right now, what we're seeing in the IT industry is that prices are increasing, and this isn't a short term spike. We're seeing sustained cost pressure across key components like memory, storage, processors, etc. What's causing this is really AI demand. That's been the major driver. Large scale investments in AI infrastructure are consuming a significant share of global supply, shifting availability across the entire hardware market. At the same time, we're seeing a lot of supply constraints. And with these supply constraints, there are manufacturers that are going to be coming into play, but expanding manufacturing capacity takes years, not months. So supply isn't keeping pace with this demand. Because of that imbalance, vendors are operating with less visibility, flexibility, shorter quote windows, tighter inventory positions, and more frequent pricing adjustments. When we see these price changes coming to us, unfortunately, that is something that gets passed along. We're going to be tightening some of our quote windows, and you'll be seeing shorter turnaround time on that. Right now, the current industry signals point to this environment continuing for at least the next 1 to 2 years rather than normalizing in the near term. This isn't a temporary disruption, it reflects a broader long term shift in how IT hardware is priced and sourced.
Appreciate that input, Sarah. John, we're going to touch on what does it actually mean for businesses and how they should be planning.
Means delaying now could end up costing you more later. Quotes won't last as long as before. Older systems equal higher risk, and planning needs to happen earlier than usual. This really comes down to avoiding surprises, financially and operationally.
Understood. So rising costs are one side of this, the other side is risk. And that's where things are getting more serious. Chris, can you tell us what has changed when it comes to cybersecurity?
So, what we're seeing out there is nation state threats. This is against all organizations, large, small, everything in between. These threats are real, they're active, they're happening right now. Older defenses, older mindsets around security are simply no longer sufficient.
So, what does this mean for our clients?
We're going to be moving our clients toward security standards, no longer optional or suggestions. Clients will receive a 30-day notice before changes are enforced. Our goal is to establish consistency and risk reduction across all environments. This isn't about just adding cost, it's about protecting our customers and reducing overall exposure.
Appreciate that. So, Sarah, what should our clients do next?
Yeah, so some of the things that we need to take in consideration are that we should look at buying sooner if hardware is needed. We can also look at different financing options. First Call does offer financing, so if you need to stretch out the expense instead of being a one time purchase, we can look at doing a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or even a 5 year finance option to break up that payment into a plan. The other thing that we can look at is exploring cloud where appropriate. They're also seeing some constraints, but not to the same impact currently. And then always, of course, working with First Call to plan ahead. Talk to your MCIO, your VCIO, to your security team, to Chris, me, and John. We're happy to help. We're happy to evaluate what makes sense. This really isn't a one size fits all situation. We're here to help you navigate this.
Wonderful. Well, appreciate all of your guys' input. Ultimately, this comes down to two things: the prices are rising and risks are increasing. The best thing that you can do is plan ahead. If you have questions, reach out to your first call team. We are here and we are happy to help you navigate this. Thanks, all.